Alright guys, what's going on? It's Ted, and today I'm going to bring you the second part of the 115 kills, something like that, on WMD. I think it's 115 and 9, but I'm not really talking about the gameplay. What I want to talk about is really just about me. I know it sounds selfish to say, I'm going to talk about me. Um, no, but I've been getting a few comments recently on the videos. People want to know a little bit about me, a little bit about my background. But before I dive into that, I just want to say really quick, this is the second part of the video. If you have not already seen the second part of the video, I'll leave an annotation on the screen or a link in the description. Click on one or the other. It'll open a new tab. It's not going to destroy this video. It's just going to pause it, and you can go watch that one first. I think it's pretty important you go watch that video first because I'm going to be relating a lot of what I say in this video to the first part of the video. In the first part, I talk a lot about what you do like right now and how it can really shape who you are and what you grow up to be later on in your life. Even things as early as middle school and your decisions then can really shape how you turn out to be. And I also talk about a lot about what you're passionate about. And for me, it was video games. But I don't want to tell you too much. Go back and watch the video. It's really, really good. I promise you're going to enjoy it. And then come back to this video and press play right around now. So a little bit about me. This is going to really tie into the last video a little bit later on. I'm just going to go over the basics. I'm 17 years old. I live in South Carolina, and I go to high school now. I'm currently a senior, so I absolutely love senior year. I get out of school at noon, which is a triple early out for me. I only have 4 hours of school every day. I'm currently taking English, AP Calculus, and Government and Econ. And the government part's over now, so it's just economy. Cannot talk. Economy now. And I like my classes. I really like the people I'm with in my school now. Schooling for me has gotten a lot better. This whole senior year has been a lot better for me than any other year in my life, especially these last 2 years. I'll go ahead and say that a lot of last year I was having a lot of troubles between school, between real life situations. Last year for me was probably the worst year I've ever had in my entire life. As far as schooling goes, I had a lot of problems with the classes that I was taking being way too high of level for me, and I couldn't drop them, I couldn't get rid of them, I couldn't switch out or downgrade my class levels. I was in this thing called the IB diploma, and IB stands for International Baccalaureate. It's basically these incredibly high level classes, and I'm not an incredibly high level student. I'm not demeaning myself, I'm just saying I'm not an incredibly high level intelligent student. I have like a 2.9 GPA, and mainly because of the IB classes bringing it down. But the classes were so strenuous last year. Like, I had 8 classes. They were all incredibly hard. They all had tons of homework, tons of projects, tons of out-of-class assignments, and volunteer efforts you had to do. It was absolutely ridiculous. And for me, I'm different. Everyone's different as far as the way that they study, the way that they go through school. When I was going through school last year, I had so much work and so much stress on my hands. And when I get that way, I stop. I stop doing anything. For me last year, I'd have so much homework and so many projects and so much overloaded burden on me, mixed with real life problems, that I just couldn't do anything. All I wanted to do is just sit there, do nothing, play video games, and then every single night before I went to bed, I became incredibly depressed. I remember just like crying myself to sleep several nights last year, just because of how my life was not going anywhere where I wanted it to go. And I've suffered a little bit with that this year too, but not nearly as bad. I think everyone's got certain problems when you actually get to know them. You know, when you see someone on the outside, when you see them just walking around their high school, you see a shadow of them basically. You see what they want you to see. And it was the same way for me. When you saw me in school, I was happy. I looked like I was just, you know, doping through school, kind of enjoying myself, cracked a couple jokes, but when I got home, like it was just like, bam, I've got all this work I need to do. I can't do any of it because I don't understand any of it. I had very, very limited amount of friends last year because the classes that I was in were so high level that only like 13 people were in these classes, like 13 or 14 kids. So I had these same 13 and 14 kids for every single class. And the problem with that is there's no diversity. If I don't like these 14 kids, which I liked a couple of them, like 2 or 3 of the 14 I actually were friends with, or could talk to outside of school on a regular basis. But I didn't have that connection. I didn't have that social interaction that I needed that like powers my life. And I don't know how it is for everyone, but I'm feeling it should be similar for most, is that social interactions are the main. Oh, and that was a pretty epic throwing of a sentry gun. I thought I'd throw that out right between the doorway. That was pretty boss. Um, anyways, like I said, I'm never gonna be able to stay on topic. But I think I could say for everyone that social interactions are really like what make you happy or what powers you throughout your life, and that's especially true for me. When I was in school last year, like I said, I only had about 2 or 3 friends that I actually saw on a regular basis, that I actually interacted with, and that I could talk to outside of school about personal problems. And family, I'll go ahead and talk about that later. Different commentary is been different for me. I don't have the family that I can really open up to, that I can really talk to about life, just because I don't know my family very well. I don't know my brother very well. I don't know my parents very well. I mean, I picture them more as best friends than anything else. Just because we've never really had that time where we can get close and we could talk with each other. So from that, but it's not a bad thing to me. Like, I think that's kind of a good thing, because when you know your parents too well, they become very annoying. For me, I've never been annoyed at my parents. I've never disliked my parents. I'll have those times when you kind of want them just to stop talking for a little bit, but I'm honestly not around them enough to ever get upset with them, and I think that's kind of a good and a bad thing. I want my freedom being a high schooler, and I know I'm kind of going all around the place right here, but I want my freedom as a high schooler, but I also kind of, last year at least, I had a definite sense of I didn't really know what I was doing. I needed a lot of help. I needed a lot of people to talk to. I didn't have that last year, which is what really contributed to me having such a bad year in my junior year. But this year I've got only 3 classes, which is literally a third the number of classes that I had last year. But I've got easily 3 times the number of friends, because the classes are bigger, they're more diverse, and I've got a lot of different people. They're not the same 14 kids in every single class. And also, another thing that I'll notice, and I'm not calling out smart kids at all here, this isn't supposed to be some war about that, but smart kids to me are not people that I can relate to. Smart kids are not ones that are going to be playing video games a lot. Smart kids, I'm talking exceptionally smart, not just average smart. Like, people in the Abbey Diploma were like the top of the class, like top 10 people in the class rank smartness. And I couldn't interact with them. Like, I had nothing in common. I play video games. None of them probably even know what Call of Duty is. Or if you try to talk about it, they just like demean you and say it's like a stupid waste of time and you're never going to get anywhere with your life. It was just a group of kids that I did not get along with very well. Whereas now, when I'm in honors and in CP classes or AP classes, a little bit lower level, but they're still average classes, average smartness, but the kids are a lot cooler. Like, the people I can relate to, people I can make friends with, and they're people I've been friends with for a long time. So this year's been a lot more less stressful because I don't have as much classes. Lower level classes make it so that this year isn't nearly as painful as far as homework goes. I can actually get the sense of accomplishment when I do my homework now, and I never had that last year. I mean, I can go home today, every day, and I can do my 1 or 2 homework assignments for 30 minutes, and I'll feel fantastic. I can go and hang out with a couple of friends because I now have more friends. I'll feel fantastic. I didn't have that last year. Last year, my life was at pretty much an all-time low for me, and it was a hard time to get through. But I want to hear what y'all guys think. Have y'all ever had those times where it's like you just feel like every night you go to bed depressed, or just something that happens, like a period of your time? I know it could be for various events, like maybe your parents got divorced, or maybe you're just like me, you're having a lot of trouble in school. Whatever other reason you could have, I know that everyone's going to have these times where, just like I was saying earlier, where everyone shows their shell on the outside of them being happy and skating through life. But I know on the inside everyone's got something that's pretty much eating them away on the inside, just like I did last year. And leave them in the comments down below. Send me a personal message. I reply to all those things. If you just want to talk, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, do that, guys. I know everyone's got something that they're either a little upset about or that's not going right in their life. And I'm not gonna say I'm hardly gonna be the next Dr. Phil or your therapist, but I can generally give out pretty decent advice as far as life, because I've been through all the shit you could possibly go through. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I'm bringing out a lot of the more depressing like real life shit, but I promise I'll get back to normal relatively soon. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you didn't and you don't want to see this anymore, drop a dislike. I really want to know the feedback, because I'm not sure whether I should keep doing these or not. That's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Bye.